Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EHW Chaos, where we have something special for post-Christmas, as it's Bron Breakker defending his Planetary Championship against Bryan Danielson in a 2 out of 3 falls tables match. First ever here, as here comes the challenger, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson was once a Planetary Champion, beating Bret Hart for the championship, and then Bron Breakker was able to defeat him, I believe it was summertime. Now he looks to try to capture that championship once again, finally getting the shot for the title once again. And it looks like there's a table guy out here running away now. I don't know what that was all about. Actually, our announcer, but here comes the Planetary Champion, Bron Breakker. He's already had a few title defenses here, being very dominant. And wait a minute, where's he going? Bryan Danielson is confused. So's the referee. What's he doing? Oh, he brought his own table. I guess there weren't enough tables out here. Oh wait, there's Bryan Danielson flying to the outside, connecting with Bron Breakker, and that's going to start up this matchup. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go through 2 tables to win this match. And that's got to be really hard on your body, as those are as well, those kicks right at our fan side. Bron Breakker, though, big suplex right to the barricade. There it is. And that easily can take you out right there. Bron Breakker now putting position, but Bryan Danielson able to roll out of that. And Bron Breakker a little spun up, and Bryan now clothesline by Bron Breakker. Now it looked like he was trying to arm drag Bron Breakker through that table. It wasn't enough to take the big man down. Was Bron Breakker now holding up? And now there's the first fall. First table goes to Bron Breakker. Immediately picking up Bryan now. He is not done with him. Taking him over to the other side of the ring. As Bryan Danielson to the post. Oh no way, he's able to jump back up. Bryan Danielson now with a big knee to the face to Bron Breakker. And that'll get the fans rowdy. Oh, but the chair! That's supposed to be a table smash! No! A chair to the face to Bryan Danielson. And if his back hasn't already gone through enough with that table, now his whole brain is just scrambled. And now, oh no, Bron Breakker's over here taking out our table. We better get out of here. Oh, and there's a big announcer table piece now hit. And I guess technically an announce table, does this count if Bron Breakker puts him through this? Bron Breakker getting ready though. Bryan though, I don't think Bryan should get up. Here comes Bron Breakker. Bryan Danielson, though! And there goes Bron Breakker through the table. And is that counting? I think that does count. Bryan Danielson now has a fall. So both men are tied the next table, and it looks like Bryan Danielson already has his table in sight. That table can dictate the winner of this match and who can be walking out here. Planetary, there's a spear! A spear by Bron Breakker. The crowd is excited, and for all the marbles here, I mean, this is for one of the richest prizes in this company. It all started with Bret Hart and Chris Jericho at the beginning of the year. And now we're ending it here with Bron Breakker and Bryan Danielson. I don't see any way to make that bigger for the Planetary Championship. There's Bryan though. Bryan was able to get up. Bryan trying to get the German suplex, and now it's Bron Breakker with A belly of his own, potentially. No, Bryan's back. German on the other side, though, but he connects to Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker now to the other side of the post. And there's a kick to the post. Bryan Danielson with all the momentum in the world. Bryan Danielson, can he get up there and hit his missile dropkick? Bron Breakker grabbed Bryan Danielson, and Bron Breakker, big slam. And that'll keep him down for a second. That'll give Bron Breakker enough time to recuperate. His back is just blown out, Bryan Danielson's, and he's getting up. I wouldn't recommend that. Bron Breakker, and there it is, the rappel lock. He's got it in, Bryan Danielson. Bron Breakker was trying for another spear. And Bron Breakker, even if he taps, that will not win the championship for Bryan Danielson. Looks like he's not tapping though, but he cannot get anywhere. No rope breaks in this matchup. No submission. Bron Breakker is out. Bryan Danielson has done the deed. Now he's going for his running knee. The crowd on his side. Bron Breakker, I don't even think he knows where he is, but he should know that there's a knee waiting for him. No way, Bron Breakker carried him, and Bron Breakker puts him through a table. Big slam through the table, and that will get the win for Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is still your planetary champion. What a match, what a fight by both these men. Bron Breakker, he might be leaving here walking, but he is hurt. And now he goes and gets his prize. Bryan Danielson being looked at, but wow, what a match here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope your new year goes well. See you next year.